नमस्ते, हमेशा खुश रहो बिटिया। आई एम केवीएन डॉक्टर मीनाक्षी, असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर इन डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ शलाक्य तंत्र, फैकल्टी ऑफ आयुर्वेदिक साइंस, ज्योति विद्यापीठ वुमेन्स यूनिवर्सिटी। आज का हमारा टॉपिक है लेक्राइमल एपरेटस। First, we will discuss the applied anatomy. The lacrimal apparatus comprises lacrimal glands, lacrimal passages. Lacrimal glands include main and accessory lacrimal glands, and lacrimal passages include puncta, canaliculi, lacrimal sac, and nasolacrimal duct, in short, NLD. In this image, you can see the lacrimal glands and the lacrimal passages. First, lacrimal glands. The main lacrimal glands, it consists of the orbital part, the upper part, and the palpebral part, that is lower part. Here is an image in which you can see the orbital part and palpebral part of the lacrimal gland. First, the orbital part, it is larger, about the size and shape of almond. It is situated in the fossa for lacrimal gland at the outer part of the orbital plate of frontal bone. It has got two surfaces, superior and inferior. Superior surface is convex and lies in contact with the bone. Inferior surface is concave and lies on the levator superioris muscle, LPS. In this image, you can see the orbital part of the frontal bone, where you will find the orbital part of the lacrimal gland, main lacrimal gland. Then comes the palpebral part. It is small and consists of only one or two lobules. It is situated upon the course of the ducts of orbital part, from which it is separated by the LPS muscle. Posteriorly, it is continuous with the orbital part. Ducts of lacrimal gland. Approximately 10 to 12 ducts pass downward from the main gland to open in the lateral part of superior fornix. One of the ducts also open in the lateral part of inferior fornix. Then the accessory lacrimal glands are glands of Cross, glands of Wolfram. The accessory lacrimal glands are glands of Cross lying beneath the palpebral conjunctiva between fornix and edge of tarsus, about 42 in the upper fornix, and they are 6 to 8 in the lower fornix. Then the glands of Wolfram, it is present near the upper border of the superior tarsal plate and the lower border of inferior tarsus. All lacrimal glands are serous acini similar to salivary glands. Structure. All lacrimal glands are serous acini similar in structure to the salivary glands. Microscopically, these consist of glandular tissue, acini and ducts, connective tissue and puncta. Blood supply, they are supplied by the lacrimal artery, which is a branch of the ophthalmic artery. Nerve supply, the parasympathetic secretomotor fibers from superior salivary nucleus, sympathetic nerve supply from carotid plexus, sensory supply from lacrimal nerve, which is a branch of ophthalmic division of fifth nerve. Then the lacrimal passage, here you can see the image of the lacrimal passage. First structure is lacrimal puncta. Two puncta situated in each lid margin at the junction of ciliary and lacrimal parts on elevation called lacrimal papilla. Upper punctum 6 mm and lower 6.5 mm from the medial canthus, surrounded by fibrous tissue which keeps them patent. The lacrimal cannula is the first vertical and then horizontal. Vertical part is 2 mm and turns medially in at right angle to become horizontal 8 mm. At angle, dilatation is there, which is called the ampulla. The canaliculi pierce the fascia, that is the periorbital, covering the lacrimal sac separately. Uniting to enter lacrimal sac, stratified squamous epithelium supported by elastic tissue. Lacrimal sac. The upper expanded portion of NLD is called the lacrimal sac. It is lodged in lacrimal fossa, which is medial wall is lamina papyracea, formed by lacrimal bone and frontal process of maxilla. It is surrounded by lacrimal fascia, which results from splitting of periorbita. Between sac and fascia are venous plexus. There are three parts: fundus, body, and neck. The fundus is above opening of canaliculi, body is the middle part, and neck is the lower small part, which is narrow or continuous with NLD. Then the last is nasolacrimal duct. It is the neck of lacrimal sac to inferior meatus in the nose, lies in a bony canal, mainly maxilla and inferior turbinate. 8 mm in length. Interosseous part is 12.5 mm. Intramittal part is 5.5 mm, and diameter is 3 mm. Direction is downward, backward, and laterally. Externally, its location is represented by a line joining inner canthus to the L of nose. Upper end is the narrowest part, and the wall of Hessner present at the lower end of the duct and prevents the reflux from the nose. Thank you so much. This session is powered by Digital Version 2.0, Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University. I hope you are satisfied with my digital session. If you have any query, please write in the comment box. Thank you so much.